Good morning, everybody. How's it going? All right, all right. 1 second here. All right, guys, awesome. So I'm going to give it a couple seconds here, wait for some more to come in. Sorry about that. I had to end the previous live stream and get a new one going. So good morning to everybody, Ramesh, Daniel, Travis, everybody who's joining in. Thank you very much. Glad to have you here as always. So today it looks like a pretty fun-filled day. I have class at 11, so I won't be trading for majority of the day, but just enough time to make some money, essentially. So what's up, Johnny Matrix? What's up, brother? So there's quite a few plays today. Obviously, you can't play them all. So essentially what we're going to do is try and look at some of the best ones and then go from there. So I got a few shorts in here and I got a few longs. Some of the ones we're going to touch on, potentially HMNY, but I want you guys to be very cautious because that thing is very sketchy. MNKD, there's even potential play on Roku, even Switch, ANAB. So there's a few shorts, few longs. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen to you guys. All right, 1 second. All right. So first off, let's just start with something that looks pretty dang good. And the answer is because I already started school, and the money you put into it, I just don't want to, quit on it. It's something that I would like to continue doing. So I'm just not gonna, give up on school. It's just something I do have to finish. Now, 1 second. Looking at HMNY, actually, let me fix something on my screen real quick. I don't like the way it looks. Actually, I'm going to do that a little more. Don't like that one either. Okay, so this is one of them that's on our watch list, MNKD. It's gapping up, as you can clearly see. Now, as you can see right now, it got rejected at the $10 level. Sorry, not $10 level, at the $6 level. So MNKD is one of the first on my watch. It has a 70 million share float. And it traded yesterday at 13 million shares of volume. So a lot of volume, you know what I mean? There's a lot of volume. So again, this is definitely one where we could see it continue up. And if you check the news this morning, MNKD, I think it had a price target of $7. Yeah, Barron's Hot Research, Mankind stock scene reaching $7. So a price target of $7 has been announced, as a possibility. Now it is gapping up. Right now it's making a new low, and that's okay because now we have a trend. All right, there's a pretty good trend here. So we like that it's moved up. We like the fact it's rejected the $6 mark, and now it's putting in a new low. Now the idea here is we want to see it grind back up. So MNKD, we can have a potential long over $6. $6.08 can be a potential long. And actually, I'm going to get out of Discord here and quit that. All right. So MNKD, we can have a potential long on MNKD. All right, if we get over 608. Now let's just double check on the daily chart to make sure that we don't have any resistance we can potentially run into. All right, let's see. So 651 was the actual. Let me delete some of this stuff on here. So 651 is the high for the past year, it looks like. So its 52-week high is 651. So it's possible that we can see a little bit of resistance in the 651 area if we do, in fact, break over 608 and continue running today. So very quickly, MNKD has set in a new low right here. But it's a higher low than really its first or the start of the day. So now we have a valid trend. And we want to see this break over $6.08. And really what we want to see happen with MNKD is we want to see it consolidate sideways until the bell and hold just below $6 or right above $6 so we can play the breakout of 608. Really, that's kind of what we're looking to do here. Now, the next one I did have on watch, I'm just going to double check it to see if it even looks good anymore. I think it started falling apart, but let's just double check. Yeah, this one's kind of falling apart. Not really liking it. So we're just not even going to cover that one. Let's look at HMNY really fast. Now, HMNY, the float on this is very low. Let me actually delete a lot of these drawings off because it looks a little messy and you really want to understand what's going on there. All right, so HMNY, this thing, as you guys know, was an absolute monster yesterday. There was plenty of entry points to make profit on HMNY yesterday. Now, like I said, this thing is very, very sketchy. There's a lot of people trying to go long, and there are a lot of people trying to go short. The reason all these big moves happened yesterday is because the stock kept getting squeezed. There was a lot of people trying to short, then they had to cover, and that's what's really been happening throughout this whole process on the daily chart. And I've been covering this for so long. You know, we consistently see it going up and up and up, and it keeps getting very overextended, and a lot of people want to short the stock, myself included. So what that's causing is a lot of short squeeze days, and shorts are consistently getting trapped and getting squeezed out. We all float down here, Georgie. That's good. That's funny. So really what we're seeing on HMNY is we're consistently seeing shorts get squeezed and causing this big price pop. And as you can see right now, the price is very extended off support, as always with this stock, but it continues to go higher. So really, I just want you guys to keep HMNY on watch today, all right? It is, overall, it can definitely make you money, probably both long and short. You just have to find the right entry. So if we look here, this is really kind of the overall trend for the past day. That would be the overall trend. But its short-term trend as of today is like this. If this holds up, we need to really kind of pop up and set a new high. That would make sense, right? So this is the direction in which it might be going. Based on where it's setting this low at, we can expect that it might continue up along this trend line, forcing itself upwards to the 2450 mark. Now, for me personally, I think I would like to get in over 25. 25 can be a very major resistance point. So getting in to go long before 25 could set you up for some serious resistance, and then you might lose, right? So for me, I probably want to see this thing squeeze up above 25 before I would consider taking a long. And if it really keeps rejecting the 2450 mark, or if it rejects the $5 mark a couple times, you could consider taking a short, all right? But be very, very careful. Be very careful. This thing has a very low float. I didn't write it down, but it's been consistently at about like 3 million, 4 million share float. So, you know, it moves like crazy. So just be very, very careful on it, okay, guys? It's something that you really don't want to mess around with, all right? Now, another one we had on the short list was, is ANAB. All right, look at this thing. Actually, I didn't even check if it had news. Looks like it has news. Something about phase 2 trial results. Okay, cool. So it looks like they probably had some positive phase 2 trial results for one of their drugs. But beyond that, look at this thing. From $35 to $55. That's incredible. This thing jumped $20. That's a gap up of $20, right? Or phase 2 approval, sorry. Now, this is a gap up of $20. That's extremely big, okay? $20 is a very big gap up, especially for a stock price this high. So what we can tell from just looking at pre-market, it's not too hard to see it. So we have one tap at 55, right? So basically we have two tests of the 55 level just above it at 55.75. So we're building up a resistance here that we can clearly see. And we set one low here. So this was our first low. And right now we're trying to make a new low right now. So we're trying to make a new low. So right now we can consider this a good short play based on its overall trend that it's providing. All right, so again, we have strong resistance so far in the $55 area. And right now we're trying to make a new low. And ideally, I would really like to see it hold up on the 50 level right here until the market opens. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. It's probably going to crack 50 before the market actually opens. So with that being said, we could look for a short play below 50, or you might be able to hop in a little bit below 50. You're just going to have to watch it. There's no telling exactly what it's going to do, but a potential short could be below 50 on this. All right, guys? Okay, and another one we had on watch. Oh, and ANAB is just on short list. I never actually got some background information on it. KALV. In the morning, KALV got halted. It got halted right here, and I can't remember the news off the top of my head. But okay, so it looks like Calvista Farm grants Mark rights for potential diabetic marlic edema treatment, blah, blah, blah. So it has a ton of news. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 different news releases by Benzinga. So that is huge. This is definitely one you want to keep on watch. It is definitely ripping. This could go both ways, right? We're up over about 140% pre-market. That's a big gap. This thing could go both ways. So be very careful. So right now, we don't have enough to go off of, it looks like, based on pre-market. So we do have a little bit of a trend. The trend is like this. So that's the trend we're following. If this were to continuously follow this upwards trend, pre-market will start somewhere around $19 or $20. And if it can grind all the way to $20, okay, MNKD broke. All right, nice. All right, guys. So so yeah, again, so KALV is grinding higher. What would really be nice to see is this make it to $20 and then squeeze past $20. I really wouldn't mess with KALV unless it really reaches $20, because chances are at the rate that it's going, you're going to see it it'll probably get pretty close to $20, right? And there's really no sense in taking a position at 1975 or 1950 with it knowing that a clear resistance or mental resistance of $20 is right ahead or right above you. That could cause you, some problems. So really for me, a nice entry on KALV would be see it grind higher and try and get in over the $20 mark there. And let's see the spread. I haven't even checked the spread. Let's see, 1680. So it does have a 20-cent spread. That is something to be mindful of. It is really something to be mindful of, and that's what's going to cause very quick price fluctuations is the spread. So if you're not comfortable playing big spreads, then I'd recommend trying to stay away from this, okay? You don't have to play anything, and if if you're not super experienced, trying to play big spreads like that can be very tricky. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're really just beginning, okay? Let's take a look back at MNKD and see what's popping. So it hasn't yet broken pre-market high, it looks like, but it's getting very close. So again, we're just going to keep it on watch. It is performing very nicely. SRAX, yeah, I'll take a look here, see if that has changed. No. SRAX not really looking good. It's very choppy. It's actually consistently making newer lows like that. So it could actually be a potential short today, but I think there's going to be better ones out there. Let me just hop in here pre-market, see if anything has really changed. Pre-market scan, pre-market moves. If it'll load, I don't know why it's taking so long. So Yeah, like John, yeah, SRX looks like a dump day. CLNT, probably a dump day. It'd be nice to see CLNT hold up above 6, or it already broke 6. No, it's, yeah. So this one also has a big spread. Right now, a spread of 14 cents, and that's rough, right? That's not cool. Screw the market makers. That is pretty much an unfair spread for this price of a stock, really. Now, you could watch CLNT for a dump day. Let's see. Let's check out IZEA. IZEA, I mean, you see this big dump it had. It's tough to say, but it's making newer lows right now, but, you know, I wouldn't really mess around with it. Honestly, based on the stocks we have so far, which is MNKD, right? You got MNKD performing pretty nicely. You have KALV performing pretty nicely, okay? All right, let's take a look at VIL or VICL. Oh, go back, VICL. So I probably wouldn't mess with it. I mean, it's possible it could be good, but I really wouldn't mess with it just because you see it had a nice gap here. It gapped up, right? But then it came straight down. So right there, it's telling us that traders didn't respect this high price level, and really they just pushed it back down. And it's struggling right now to make higher lows, and it looks like it's actually about to crack right now. It's probably gonna pop down and crack there. So not too stoked about it. Lewis, I did look at NEOT. Okay, I will go over that. I didn't put it on watch just because it is a little sketchy. But I'll definitely look over it here in a little bit. Let me take a look at LINU. 20-day 1 hour, 20-day 1 hour. So LINU, yeah, I mean, it had the move here. Trying to predict that it's going to have a great move today, it's really hard, right? I mean, there isn't really any pattern. Hold on one second. So yeah, looking at LINU, there is really no. I mean, if you do this, I mean, there isn't really any pattern. It seems like it may be building a support off of a tiny old resistance, which I wouldn't really mess around with. So you have this whole area before the stock even gets squeezed. So I really wouldn't try messing with LINU today. Let's see, what is it? Oh. So this is what you're talking about, it looks like. So this is exactly what it looks like you're referring to, Daniel. And yeah, you're right. It's possible we could have that spike today, but I wouldn't bet all your marbles on it. And there's no shame in watching it because it very well could, but it's such a hard prediction to actually make. I mean, if you were to, let's see. It's not there. That's not the trend. That's not the trend. It's too high offset. That was the trend you would have had to follow in order to catch that move. So it's very tricky. It's very tricky. Just definitely, I mean, keep it on watch. There's no shame in keeping it on watch, right? Now, I will do a little quick look at NEOT just because I did look at it earlier. So something to take note of, right? Look at your daily chart on NEOT, and you'll notice that NEOT is right at resistance or very close to. So the price is at about 67 cents, right? Somewhere around there. So you only have up until 77 cents before you hit your first sign of resistance. So for me, the only way I'd ever, really get into NEOT is if it were to strongly break through 74, 77, 78 cents to take a long position. and then you have up to your 200 moving average for a potential play. So any OT, it has to, looking at it on the daily, or sorry, the 1 day chart, you know, it peaked out at 68. So it still has to break through 77 cents before it can really start running on that, for example. So yeah, anybody in the chat, the man that goes by Johnny Matrix, he's a good buddy of mine that lives in Canada. And we really go back and forth about stocks and all this stuff. We basically talk every single day. It's actually, you know, I mean, long story short, me and Johnny kind of go way back. And if you guys, you know, ever have questions, and while he's in here, he's definitely a guy you can ask and get some good opinions from. He's a pretty good short bias player. So anything that Johnny Matrix sends on the chat, I can vouch for that he is pretty knowledgeable as far as trading goes. So I definitely take any of the information he shoots at you, you know, as good information, okay? So Chase, to get the white lines, okay, so how do I, okay, so look at, right, I'll do this real quick. So let me, so I'll draw the trend line, right? So you draw your trend line, and all you have to do is right-click your trend line, you go to Edit Properties, and then from here you'll have the option to change the color, and you can literally change it to whatever color you want. You know, you could change it to pink or purple or, you know, whatever. We'll do a pink, you know, so now, and then here's the thing. If you want it to stay that color, you have to hit Save as Default, and then you'll be good. And now you have pink lines, but I don't want pink lines, so I'm gonna go back and change that. White. All right, cool. So, just right click on that and pull up. So I've never messed around with the hotkeys. I don't trade on TOS. I think there is a way to do it, but I never actually set them up. So, so I'm not too familiar with the hotkeys on this guy, this setup. So yeah, we'll let's take a hop or a look back at MNKD. Yeah, so let me see 1 second. Let me delete these old lines. I don't need them anymore. What am I doing? All right, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Vertical cursor to the line. I think so. Kenny, 1 second. I'll cover the vertical cursor in a second. So yeah, MNKD looks pretty strong, right? This is the kind of setup we kind of want to see. Here's the thing, right? So because it failed to make a new high, technically that means we're downtrending. So now we're coming into a wedge pattern. This is really turning out, it's no longer a triangle, it's actually a wedge pattern. And here's the thing, if this, chances are if it comes close and it breaks below this trend line of like $6, we're gonna see it dump a little bit. Now, the idea here is it has to hold this trend line and squeeze up above the top trend line. I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's not too challenging to see that. So, like, me explaining it is basically like, oh, well, no crap, right? So, let's see, no news on MNKD. There is news on MNKD. There is news of a $7 price target, and I even had it on watch before the. Never mind. Don't even disregard what I was about to say. Now the crosshair, I think, to the gentleman asking about the crosshair, I think what you do is, it's been a long time since I've done that. I think what you have to do is go into, hold on. Appearance? No. 1 second. I literally just did it like the other day. Hold on. Wow, why can't I find it? I literally just did it. Or was just messing around with it the other day. Oh, here we go. So that's what you have to do. You have to go into your settings right here, this little gear icon, and then you go to appearance and your cursor. It's under common, and you look at your cursor. So either you can do none, horizontal, vertical, or crosshair, and then that will give you, you know, the vertical and horizontal line on your cursor like I have here. All right. Selling at open. So yeah, guys, another thing to be mindful of is that MNKD is up a lot. So a lot of these ones that are up extremely big can have a a sell-off. So it's always something to be mindful of. Roka just popped on my scanner. Let's see. This thing is ripping. I don't know why. Let's see why. Ooh, there's a stink bug right about to be on my computer. Disgusting. Get out of here. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. That was disgusting. Let's see. Fluffy news. There's a little cursor in the bottom right. Let's see. Oh yeah, or the bottom right, you have the cursor thing. That's right. Now I don't know. That's the thing, is there isn't really any news that I'm seeing on Roka, so I probably wouldn't mess with that one too much. Yeah, but I don't mess around with I don't really mess around with gold-based ETFs or ETFs in general for that matter. So I'm really not gonna mess with that. What about Roku? Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, it's failing. It looks pretty good for a potential short, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it has strong resistance up here in this 2330, 2350 area, 2325. It looks pretty weak right now. So we'll just watch it. Keep it on watch, potential short, I think. So that's where we're kind of at. Let's check out ANAB again. Let's see how this thing is holding up. Let's just do a quick run through on all the stocks here. So real quick, I'm actually going to put on my chart real quick the ones we have gone over. So for those of you that kind of hopped in late, I'm going to put them all on my chart for you. Really, I think these are primarily, let's see, really, I think these are primarily the ones that we really covered the most, that I think we see the most benefit to. Let me zoom this up, make it bigger. All right, guys, so for those of you that hopped in late, these are the ones that I think I have gone over mostly that have the best potential. So ANAB, potential short. KALV can be a potential long and short. MNKD, most likely a long. HMNY can go both ways, but these are probably going to be some pretty strong stocks for the day. So I definitely recommend watching those ones. All right. Now there may be some that I missed, and you know, that's okay. But you know, it's just, there's so many to go over. So look at what I said here. Like the 55 area would be strong. Now it's down at, or sorry, no, 50 level. So we're still holding that 50 level right now, and it's looking weak. A break below that's probably going to be a strong short. I'll probably be looking to short that one. So yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Get out of here. So that's really all I got for you guys this morning. I don't have time to really peep on CVM. Definitely, I mean, if it looks good and the news is strong, then I would recommend watching it. Yeah, Esquidit looks like a good short on ANAB. So I put the watch there for the ones to keep watch on. So once again, always thank you guys for tuning in. And just an update on the whole core situation, because I got a lot of questions on it. Like I said, so October 15th will be the day that it opens, and isn't even going to be 100% ready, just because you know, the people I'm working with, they really reached out to me pretty late, and so it's a really put me on a time crunch to get it done by the launch date of the site. So it isn't going to be 100% where I like it, but there is going to be enough kind of information in there to keep you guys busy. And then, of course, the live streaming that rolls into it is another strong factor. So it's not going to be 100% where I like it. So, of course, I could always put off opening it until it's ready, but I didn't want to do that because if you guys sign up the first day, you get 50% off for lifetime. So by allowing you to come into the course a little bit early before it's actually 100%, then it would allow you to get a really good deal and you save a lot of money. So that's why I wanted to make it, you know, accessible before it's 100% ready. So just to give you an FYI, but there's a lot of stuff coming, and there's a lot of stuff that I plan on bringing into it, because I know a lot of you guys have questions on, like, what does it mean when there's a file and when a company files an 8K? What does it mean when a company buys back X amount of shares? What does that do? So there's a ton of information that's going to go into it that's more than just patterns, and there's more than just candlesticks and basic meanings, right? So it's going to be basic, but then there's going to be intermediate, and then there's going to be, you know, advanced things where, like, you know, it's good to know what this means when you hear this news so you don't end up getting crushed, or you thought it was good news but it really is bad news kind of thing. Or what does it mean when a company is buying back some of their assets or whatever to reduce liabilities and stuff like that. So there's a lot that goes into it, but it's not going to be 100% there and ready by the time we launch. And the only reason I'm launching that date is so you guys can get the best deal for lifetime, really. That's why I did that. So again, that's where we're at, and that's where we stand right there. So again, for anybody, I will have the link available to give out on the 15th. So that morning I will have, or actually it's a Sunday, I think the 15th. So maybe I'll just do a live stream launching the site or whatever. Maybe I'll do that. And then I'll also have it all over my Facebook page. So that's the thing, is if you really want to use it and get into it, make sure you sign up the 15th because you get your 50% off for life. If you miss that, I have no control over the pricing there as far as deals go. Okay, after that point, there won't be. It's only that day. So yeah, definitely pop on it, take a look, and we'll go from there. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, everybody, have a good day.